dude, he is getting it.
This thing is nuts. What's up, boys? As you saw in the last video, we took Eroy, our completely gutted EXO cage Tesla Plaid, to the drag strip. It did an 880 in the quarter mile, which was freaking nuts. And today we are actually right next door over at the Freedom Factory, and we are here to freaking dominate Spectator drags. As you guys know, a while back I was out here with my hatch, which is our all-wheel drive 700 horsepower Civic. It did really good, but just didn't quite have enough. I think we're gonna be a force to reckon with out here in Eroy at the Spectator drags.
I don't know, brother.
I mean, there's a lot of fast stuff
Some
out
other
here.
guys got the same idea.
Oh, dude, we got another Tesla right there. But dude, he has a whole body on his car, and the aerodynamics aren't gonna be as big of a factor out here because we're not gonna see speeds maybe over 60, 70 miles an hour going through those turns. So I think the get up and go is gonna be crazy, and I believe that this thing will be able to carry its speed through the corners better since we don't have all that extra weight up top. The center of gravity is probably way lower. We got the wing back on there. I have no idea how this thing's gonna do, but I know all you guys wanna see Eroy out here running the Spectator drags, and we came here to win, boys. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing teched in, probably do a couple practice laps because I've never had this car out here, and go from there. Have some fun today.
Brother, they let you through tech, dude?
They let me through tech.
This is so sick. You know, dude, this wing looks a lot like Leroy's.
Yeah, I found one that looks exactly like it. Definitely off Amazon.
And everything. Wow.
You know, I just wanted it to look genuine. Don't worry though. I know if someone broke into your shop recently, I would never do that.
It doesn't look like the exact one. Dude, 8.8 in the quarter?
Yeah, pretty nuts.
I mean, think of how long it takes us to build 8-second race cars. And you just like sawzalled this one and then it did it.
I can tell you it was the most anticlimactic day at the track.
Yeah.
No fuel to top off, no oil to check,
Yeah,
nothing.
Like,
We just plugged it in overnight.
take another run.
Yep.
Charged up, I guess.
Oh no, I lost some battery, that's about it.
How much battery do you lose to go an 8-second pass?
Not much, it only loses like 5 to 6 miles worth of range.
That's crazy.
We showed up fully charged and we still had over 80% battery when we left.
Oh my God.
After 5 rips.
Wow, dude, and like, it is fast. I can just see it out there just working. Like, this straight line acceleration is, I don't know what can beat it on the street.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what it does out here.
Yeah, I'm ready to rip you. I'm ready to race you in the Porsche.
Yeah, I'm ready to do it.
Dude. Porsche's ready. But,
You got home field advantage though.
I just did 1,300 laps myself last week, so.
Safe to say you
I got
have
it
done
turned.
the most laps around this track than anyone else.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't care that the name is Eroy, right? I got all these people
dude.
saying that, like, they're acting like we don't know each other or
The
something.
Leroy family is just growing, dude.
We got Leroy, Eroy.
I know.
Adam has Zeroy.
Adam has Zeroy, Leroy, Eroy. I love it. I mean, who would I to be mad about that? I don't know why people would ever comment that I'd be mad about the name.
No, I knew you'd love this
It's
thing.
awesome. Yeah, I love it.
If you ever want to rip it, just say the word.
Word.
Say
I
the
would like
word.
to do it. I'll rip it tonight.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to make our first practice lap out here at the Freedom Factory. Everybody lined up here, and we are getting ready to shake this thing down and see how it does. Later in the night, we will be moving on to eliminations, but I'm freaking pumped, boys. Came here to win in Eroy. I think this thing's gonna do really well, but there are some other Plaids out here, so you never know. One of them might get us, but I think having all of the body panels and all of the weight removed should help us out quite a bit. All right, we are about to go up. I'm gonna get this thing into track mode real quick, and we will be good to go.
All right, guys, we got Kyle going up for his first rip. Looks like he's going against an Audi A4 or S4, one of the two. Let's see what this thing can do, guys. Hopefully it just takes this thing to Gapplebee's. Tesla just moves out on the launch. Oh, dude, he is getting it. Sheesh. Gaps that poor Audi, man. If he can get that launch better, that thing's gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
Oh my gosh. I was not ready for that. Dude, the track mode turns off like all of the traction control. This thing was sliding. This thing is sketchy. I'm ready.
Looks like the old Tesla and Cletus are gonna line up right here for the old Spectator drags. This is gonna be one for the books. I think Cletus has been the fastest out here so far in the Porsche.
All right, guys, second run. We're going up against Cleater in the Porsche.
This is the race you've been waiting for. E-Roy versus Cletus in the Porsche. Come on, Kyle.
All right, so Kyle way back out again in the Tesla Model S. Gonna take on Cletus on the inside of the Porsche.
Tesla pulls on the straights, but Cletus has them in the corners.
Yes.
Not bad.
Dude, this thing is all over the place. Whew. Yeah, I want to try it in a different mode. All right, for this next one, I'm going to try to put it in drag strip mode. This thing is so crazy, guys, because it has like no traction control now, and if I'm too crazy on the throttle, it like throws me sideways. It's definitely some getting used to. This car has a ton of power. I'm gonna try it in drag strip mode though, just to see if we can launch better, and I'd actually like the traction control to help me out around the track here. That freaking Porsche is fast.
All right, guys, we are running it back. If Kyle can grab the inside lane, I think he'll have it.
Cletus and Kyle approach the line. Green light. All right, guys, get on your feet.
Come on, Tesla. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, buddy. He about took that wall. That was sketchy.
Green light. All right, fans, get on your feet.
That last turn was a little scary, boys. I just need some more time in this thing.
Dude, I about put it into the wall in the second one though.
I was watching you go higher and higher. You actually controlled it perfectly. You didn't slam on the brakes or anything. You just kind of rode it. That was
This thing is a handful. I was not expect. I wasn't ready for it.
Dude, it's hard for me to race you when you can't miss third. You know what I mean? I know you're not gonna miss third, so you just get these great launches. And,
I think I just need a few more test laps, kind of get her dialed in.
Yeah.
I mean, those are my first couple out there.
It is ridiculously fast. Like the
It's
launch.
so scary.
I mean, my car out launches everything, and then this thing just destroys it. It's crazy, but I can go so much further into the turn than you.
Yeah, you were flying in the
Underpowered,
turns.
so that's
Hey, you
fine.
got to give me one inside lane.
Oh, I was gonna give it to you, but you went outside, so I said, all right, I'll take it.
We'll run it back later in the night.
I'll give you inside. No
Okay.
problem.
Dude, but I put it in its track mode, and I'm pretty sure it just lets you full rip, full
There's
control,
just no
all the
bar.
power, because it was kicking itself into like all-wheel drive drifts around
So
the
now you want
corners.
the inside. I'm a little scared to take the outside after seeing you, use the outside
I got that under control now. I had to feel it out a little bit.
I'm ready.
Well, guys, those first few laps in E-Roy were
Definitely pretty wild. I can definitely say that I am being pushed to my driving ability out there with how light this thing is and how much power it makes. It got so freaking squirrely, and unfortunately Cleater beat us in the Porsche back to back, but I'm not too surprised. He has a ton of experience out here. I think if the roles were reversed and he was in E-Roy and I was in the Porsche, he would still, you know, walk all over me because he knows this track better than pretty much anyone else in the world. And we're probably pushing our limits on the tires. These are some
pretty good tires, but these are Michelin Pilot Sport run flats. Not the best tire that we could be on.
same for when we ran it at the drag strip, but all that stuff aside, this thing is crazy in the corners. I had it in track mode on that first one, and the traction control really doesn't feel like it's doing too much. It's kind of just up to the driver, and the car is doing whatever you want it to do, and the power is on tap ready for you. And it was definitely getting sideways out there. The second time I had it in drag strip mode, trying to launch a little bit better, and it didn't seem to help too much. I had about the same launch there, and it was actually limiting the power a whole bunch more coming out of the corner. So I think it definitely needs to be in track mode.
And something else I just looked at is when I have it up in track mode here, it comes factory at 50-50 split, and this stability assist was set to 0 on all of those runs. And if you go to this little information icon, stability assist says that it automatically brakes and distributes torque to prevent skidding or spinning out. Higher values offer more assistance when needed, and lower values allow more freedom. So that was set to 0, and we were definitely spinning and sliding around. So I went ahead and cranked that up to +3.
And we're gonna see if that starts to help it. I can try to go higher or lower if needed, and hopefully that helps us out a little bit, because this thing is freaking nuts out there. But I think with some more seat time and just getting a little bit more comfortable in managing the power, I think I'll do pretty good out there. And I was also outside lane on both runs. If I was inside lane, I think I could have taken Garrett, even though he was in the Porsche. And that thing's on some really good tires and stuff. Next time we're up there, it is gonna be going right into the eliminations though. So we're gonna have to try to beat whoever we're next to if we wanna continue to move forward. And considering Cletus's Porsche is one of the fastest cars out here, and we were still pretty close to hanging with it there, I think we'll do very well out here regardless. I mean, this thing is just freaking nuts. The best way to describe it with all that power on tap is like having a TIG welder cranked full, and you have to oscillate that pedal very carefully right where you want that power, because this thing is extremely touchy. You give it just a little bit too much gas in the corner and it's sliding sideways. Definitely gonna be a learning curve on this one, boys, but
so far E-Roy is doing pretty good. All right, guys, we're in line for eliminations here at Spectator Drags. I'm racing this red Camaro for my first round, but it is starting to rain a little bit.
they said we have a few more minutes before it should get bad, but if it starts coming down, which it might, I gotta get this thing covered up because it is fully exposed, and that's the last thing I wanna do is get this thing soaked. So hopefully we can get this one knocked out and get some cover, and I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing any more after that tonight. Definitely not the ending I wanted to give you guys, but unfortunately right after I filmed that clip, that Florida weather shut us down early. You could already see it was starting to rain. There was a massive thundercloud in the background, and I didn't want to take any chances with this thing getting completely soaked being a full open body electric car. We do have a friend who drove one of these completely underwater and it was fine, but I don't want to take any chances with E-Roy here. So pull this thing out of line, put it in the enclosed trailer to make sure it didn't get soaked, and then they called the event because it did start coming down pretty good, which friggin' sucks because we were just about ready to go into our first round of eliminations, and I think we would have taken it pretty far. I think the only one out there that would have a chance at beating us is obviously Cletus, and there was, I think, a couple of their Teslas out there, but everyone else, I think we would have had them, and I was just starting to get comfortable with the car, even though it looked like I was about to go into the wall. I was just starting to push it to the limits, feel it out. I can safely say that it's a little more car than I was ready for going out there. I was not expecting it to let me throw it around and slide it. I thought there was going to be a lot more safeties and limiting sensors that would keep the car from doing that, but it was just slipping and sliding, and I was really looking forward to test out that dial that kind of limits, you know, that slippage, the stability control, see how well that worked for us out there. But is what it is, guys. We'll definitely get it back out there, and I just want to give a huge thanks to all the new subscribers, everyone tuning in on the E-Roy build here. The last couple of videos have been crushing it. I knew this would be a good idea, but it seems like a lot of people are interested in this project here, so be sure to let me know what you guys would like to see this car do in the future moving forward. We still have a ton of other ideas. We want to get it back to the drag strip, just go do a whole bunch of things with this car. But unfortunately, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Don't forget, if you wanted a piece of the original Plaid before we stop shipping all of these chunks out,
You can grab one on theboostedboys.com. Any order will come with a piece of the Plaid here. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you later.